What's happening, connoisseurs? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Friday. Happy Friday, August 2nd. Hope you're doing well and hope you have a great weekend ahead. Normally, I get these videos out on Saturday, but doing it a bit early as I have golf tomorrow with some friends here in Edmonton. This is another rapid-fire news update for the period July 27 to August 2nd. And again, this isn't to go into deep dive details. It's just a quick high-level overview of all the pertinent, most important news pieces that transpired over the last week, in case you missed it. And if you did, you can go into it more on your own time. Before we get to it, though, make sure to smash like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and you should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Jumping to it, it was another busy week in MJ. Tilray's Aphria RX received MJ trading license in Germany, which significantly expands commercial growth opportunities. Tilray also reported their full fiscal 2024 and Q4 results. I posted a video on this, but they're going to be releasing hemp drinks. They absolutely smashed analyst estimates in terms of revenue, and they had record fiscal 2024 gross profit. So I did a video on that. If you haven't seen it, you can check that out for more details on that, but just gives you a glimpse into the future of this global juggernaut in the making. Also, MJ Moment reports that MJ businesses could advertise in newspapers and magazines if rescheduling is approved, congressional researchers say. And just imagine the day we see an MJ Super Bowl commercial. Aurora MJ to host first quarter 2025 investor conference call. That will be on Wednesday, August 7th at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And that will be, the results will be opening of markets on the same day. And we have earnings season rolling in a big way. We have Ascend Wellness on the 5th. On the 5th, we have IIPR, Green Thumb. On the 6th, you have Truly, Vireo. 7th, you got AYR, Aurora, Verano, Chicago Atlantic. You got Jushi. You got Cureleaf. On the 8th, you have the Cannabis, MaryMed, Village Farms, Hydro Farm, Cresco, Kronos, Charlotte's Web, GrowGen, TerraSend. You've got WM Technology on the 8th, Planet 13, and then on the 9th, you've got Tilt, Canopy Growth, and then Rubicon, a few others the week after. So big couple of weeks ahead as earnings season continues, and I'll be covering most of those major names. Trulieve to open medical MJ dispensary in Ocala, Florida, as they continue to roll out. It seems like every time you turn around, they're opening a new store in Florida. So big beneficiary if Florida does approve Amendment 3 and adult use legalization come November, which I think voters will approve. IMMJ receives NASDAQ notification of regaining compliance with NASDAQ's minimum bid price requirement. We also have Trulieve MJ donating $5 million more to the adult use campaign in Florida. And moreover, on Trulieve, they also launched Yes on 3 product line to support adult use campaign in Florida. As they, like I said, they have the biggest footprint there, so it's no wonder that they're putting so much money and effort behind this. Also, Verano spending $105 million to buy MJ licenses in 2 markets from the Cannabis Co. So that will be, Verano will pay $105 million in cash, stock, and promissory notes to acquire properties in the 2 states, growing its footprint to 14 U.S. markets, according to Monday News. So if you haven't seen that, you can check that out for more details. Also, Texas officials approve MJ decriminalization initiative for local November ballot in Lockhart. Game theory continues to play out. MTL MJ reported Q4 and record full year 2024 financial results driven by $83.1 million of revenue, $13.2 million of adjusted EBITDA, and $13.8 million of cash flows from operations. And they had some amazing numbers, just absolutely staggering, like over 165.7%. Another one had operating income increase of 486.7% compared to the prior year. So if you haven't seen that report, absolutely knocking it out of the park with one of your more higher quality flowers. Also, CBD lotion tied to reduce skin damage from UV rays, new study finds. So again, just imagine, as we see rescheduling and more reform, the amount of studies and research that's going to be done, and what happens when we couple that with AI. Just think of the scientific breakthroughs. We're so early, it's not even funny in this journey of medicine of the future. High Tide opens 4 new Canna Cabana stores in Alberta and Ontario. And that's a total of 180 stores Canada-wide, including 65 in the province of Ontario. And we know that they were able to double their store count from 75 to 150. So they got a lot of work to do just here in Canada And then Germany looking to fast track Pillar 2, which will benefit names like High Tide and for-profit commercial sales. Also, Florida Senator, who previously chaired State Republican Party, endorses MJ legalization ballot initiative. So that's some huge news. We also have some, what I believe is FUD coming out here in just a moment. Billionaire, hedge fund investor opposing it, but we'll look at that in a moment. Nova MJ also announced second quarter 2024 results, record revenue of $69.2 million and gross profit improvement to 24%. So they have the partnership with SNDL and Value Buds. If you haven't seen that report, you can check that out. It was a great report as well. C21 Investments reported audited financial results for the 2-month transition period ending March 31st, 2024. And SNDL reported second quarter 2024 financial and operational results today. It came out leaked late last night, and I did a review of that this morning. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out. They missed pretty big in terms of revenue and EPS. And again, I did a video on that, so you can check that out. But I did expect that the stock would be down somewhere around that 5 to 10%, and it was right in that sweet spot there today. Whenever we were opening, I mentioned that we could see 5 to 10% with the downside at the open, and that's exactly what we got. TerraSend completes $140 million debt financing. Moving right along, we have teen MJ use is lower than before states started legalizing it for adults, federal report shows. So again, more and more studies have been coming forth, and a lot of people, just opposition groups are starting, they're spewing nonsense, and a lot of it is just unbacked and just FUD, in my opinion, for your uncertainty and doubt. And yeah, teen MJ use is lower. Let me repeat that, is lower than before states started legalizing it for adults, right? So it makes it more difficult, right? It's easier for people to go into like a grocery store and buy cigarettes like with a fake ID. Now liquor stores here in Alberta and Edmonton, they're making you scan your ID and everything. So it's a lot more difficult, but yeah, there's definitely way more screening and things like that done in an MJ shop, which is kind of funny when you think about it. Hedge fund Billionaire donates $12 million to defeat Florida MJ legalization measure, calling it a terrible plan. So this hedge fund Billionaire seems to hate America and the American people, because the majority of Americans want it legalized. So essentially that hedge fund probably has a bunch of investments in big pharma, big alcohol, big tobacco, just trying to slow it down. Knows they can't stop it. Train's already left the station, but they can certainly slow it down, right? Just multiple stops along the way. They don't want the train to go directly to its destination. They want to make as many stops as possible so that they can slow it down as much as possible so that they can benefit from it. But yeah, essentially that hedge fund Billionaire investor hates America and American people, because we are supposedly in a democracy here in Canada and the US, but when the majority of people want something, it's still impossible almost to get it done. So one has to question. High Tide announces closing a $15 million in subordinate debt facility. That news just broke here after market close. Also, big news, Ohio is poised to begin recreational MJ sales next week, and as a result, Trulieve is set to launch adult use sales in Ohio on Tuesday, August 6th. So this is big news. We've been waiting for this for a while now, and it looks to be on the cusp here as early as next week. All right, going to end it there. Let me know what you think of this news. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you again on the next video.